All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the
divisional round of the NFC playoffs. We have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Los Angeles Rams. The Falcons come into this game with the number 2 passing attack and the number 8 rushing attack. And the Rams come in with the number 4 rushing attack, and they're pretty pedestrian in the passing area. As a matter of fact, the Rams, when it comes to the pass, they are next to last in the league. So I'm expecting that the Falcons will load the box, a lot of press coverage to get the Rams to show that they can actually beat that coverage.
Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So the Rams come out in a jumbo formation. Some coordinators call this their bully formation. They try to get a yard or a couple of yards up the middle. The Falcons actually stop that for 1 yard. So I think the Falcons' defensive plan is sort of coming to fruition here.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Whoa, on his first pass, the Rams sort of beat this cover 1 coverage here by the Falcons. Who we have over there, number 17, I believe that's Robert Woods.
Shotgun snap for goal. Dumps it off to Gurley. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
A short pass there to Todd Gurley, covered by Deion Jones. One of the things about Deion Jones, he's very, very difficult to get around. He's so much speed at linebacker. We haven't seen anything at linebacker in Madden since Patrick Willis.
Here's gone. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Although McKinney, we'll give him a little nod here too.
Goff now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
All right, the Rams on the 3rd and 5.
39-yard line.
See what they do here.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Got the receiver in motion. Oh, picked off. Great play by the Falcons linebacker there.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10.
That's a little drive concept that Carolina used yesterday in the NFL against Baltimore, in which they sort of crossed up C.J. Mosley on several passes, to my dismay and depression.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Rams defense a little bit aggressive here on first down. They send 5, and they get some pressure. They press the gaps, and they stop the number 8 rushing offense for a 5-yard loss.
On second down, Ryan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Michael Brockers. We have a major injury here to Aaron Donald. I know the Rams have to be sort of biting their fingernails right now, and hopefully he will be able to return, because that would be a huge, huge loss for the Rams.
On third down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
This could be a big play for the Falcons here. Yep. Oh, however, Ndamukong Suh made up for it. There's some unfortunate news here, as you all have just seen. Aaron Donald will not be able to return to this football game.
They were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will take this up to about
That's
the
got to be
8-yard
depressing.
line.
Your best player,
Gain of 3, second down.
you lose him on the first series of the first series on defense of the game, and he's not able to come back. That's got to be a little bit depressing.
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
Oh,
right
there's
there.
Gurley. Rams trying to sort of establish that pace on the ground, establish that dominance on the ground, establish physicality, sort of just let the Falcons know that, hey, you know you're going to stack the box, so you're going to run it anyway.
And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
One of the things I would say is I actually like what the Rams are doing right now. They're not straying away from who they are. They run the ball very well. And they're actually sort of trying to turn this game into their favor. If they, with Aaron Donald out, he's not coming back for the game, with him out, if they can sort of slow this game down and just make it an ugly football game, then they may have a shot to win this football game.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up.
We got another stacked box here by the Falcons trying to stop that run. See what they do against this.
Take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And on 3rd down,
Goff has got to pull that trigger a little bit faster on that. The little out route to the left was open.
Out of the gun, gone.
You know, now this is a situation you don't want to be in. You're behind the chains, 3rd and 10. Atlanta's got speed on the edges. This is not a situation you want to be in.
Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get
And just like the Goff has to get rid of it.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Now, Constable Krim, the play that you just ran, that's actually a very powerful play. I won't say anything about that.
Think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that
Rams are showing press up on Calvin Ridley. This might be a mistake. And the Falcons do make them pay for it. Nope, he dropped it. Ridley drops it. The rookie dropped it. If the Rams can sort of minimize those big plays, they can keep themselves in the football game.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking
Good pocket presence by Ryan. Good job of making the move.
Exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Get outside the pocket, pick up what he can.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit,
Whoa!
in this case, lose the football?
Matt Ryan with a little shimmy.
20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a
Rams, and Ndamukong Suh is actually having a big game. He has to have a lot bigger game now that his partner in crime, Aaron Donald, is out.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards.
Good protection by the Rams.
As people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much
Gerald
about
Everett,
body
the
types
Rams,
as they care about
on the
those
move.
guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional
Who
run
is
after
this
catch.
guy playing offense for the
Anybody has that
Rams?
ability, they want them on
I've
their
seen
team.
some.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to
Todd Gurley
thought
thought that was going to be a big play, but Deion Jones sort of stopped that. The Falcons sort of hugged the A gap. Generally, when teams hug the A gap, you get an outside stretch or a play like the blunt dive. They tend to sort of expose that because you have the backers pressing the A gaps, and then that allows the back to sort of hit the edge or hit the C gap. But Deion Jones did a great job of sort of disengaging from that block and preventing Gurley from running in for the touchdown.
And only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Notice here, a lot of stacked boxes for the Falcons, particularly when the Rams come out in these 2 tight end,
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a
tight end and
defender, you're in a
fullback.
tough spot
Lots of
because
stack
you have
boxes.
responsibilities behind you, and if you take off
Oh,
to try
Goff
to get him
tried
down,
to throw a
he
little
might loft it
juke.
over your head.
He could have fumbled there. That was a dangerous move. And I think the Rams should live with the points here.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere.
Tightly contested first quarter. I'm looking for the Falcons here in this next quarter, though, to sort of pick up the pace. Their offense is just sort of, I'll say it this way, the Madden SFL Falcons, their offense has been sort of equivalent to Todd McVay's real-life Rams or Andy Reid's Eagles. So any time here, you know, they can sort of break out of this and put 6 on the scoreboard.
Follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
There we go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
What a big first half from the free agent acquisition in Ndamukong Suh. He is literally a one-man wrecking crew against the interior of the Falcons' offensive line.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. And Ndamukong Suh able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Jesus Christ. And Ndamukong Suh is playing like a madman. Oh, look at him. He's playing like a look, it's almost as if Aaron Donald said, look, homie, I'm not going to be able to come back. I need you to do something for me. And Ndamukong Suh has sort of responded to that call in the first half.
Of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to
here's
be
Todd Gurley.
actually open.
This is what the Falcons did not want to see.
From many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right now, the Falcons have to sort of survive this momentum that the Rams have here.
On first down, it's gone. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Here's Goff. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play.
Got another stack box by the Falcons here. Rams elect to
one.
pass. Goff immediately scrambles up the middle for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Unable to corral it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 26 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. So much talk this
Todd
week
Gurley
on the other side about slowing
ran over
down
the safety, and the Rams are the first ones on the scoreboard with a touchdown. This will take them, they make the extra point here, it'll be 10 zip. The thing is, though, is that, you know, if you're the Rams, you can't sit comfortably with a 10-0 lead on the Falcons. You have to sort of keep your foot on the gas pedal.
Taken successfully. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
That's why I said you can't rest. You can't rest when you're playing the Falcons. You just come back strike with a big play, and they're inside the 15 already in one play. So you have to keep your foot on the gas pedal. I don't like this look. I don't like this look the Rams are in here. Well, I thought the Falcons would run that. However, they passed it, and they still got the touchdown. So quick score. Quick score. It was almost that sort of Jedi mind thing going on there where the Falcons knew exactly which coverages the Rams would be running, and they just exploited those right out of the gate.
I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown L.A. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Whoa, wow. Okay, this is, for those who do not know, this is what we call the Madden DDA, but let's move on from that. That was a excellent answer to the Falcons drive. The Cooper Kupp right up the gut. It put the Rams back up by 7. No, not 7, but by 10.
Post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
A lot of great matchups this round. You got the Falcons and the Rams. You got Colts and Texans Part 3. The Redskins are probably over across the pond, beating on the Bears. A lot of great matchups in this divisional round.
Now he's going to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Falcons going for the big play, and they get it. And what you have to, what the Rams will have to do against something like that is when they suspect that these crossing routes are going on, they're gonna have to start getting into more quarter style coverages and perhaps press that slot receiver, so that'll give their corner on the other side. But don't pay attention to me, folks. Don't take this as strategy for next season.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's really not something that you want to see too much. You got a pro set down here, 2-man under. It's really not something you want to see too much. You don't see a lot of teams do that, but the Rams were able to sort of get away with that here.
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Who in the hell?
Twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
50. I need to look at the roster here. 50 just broke through 2 blocks and tackled the running back. Let's see if he's going to be a free agent in the offseason.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Eric Sobert from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can
got him. Touchdown. Excellent drive by the Falcons. Good answer.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That was one of those. I'm gonna put some distractions right here for you to pay attention to, and then we're gonna sneak somebody into on the backside for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8.
Good, strong 1st down run by Todd Gurley. Gurley's one of those very scary backs in Madden. I mean, you always sort of hold your breath when he gets the football, because you just never know. I mean, the one year Andre Pop's believe that was his last year with the Rams, and just Gurley was just this unstoppable machine. And, you know, I think he still has that kind of ability.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
11.
Here's Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
2-man under. Cooper Kupp did a great job, beat the press, get to the inside on the slant route.
Goff on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. So 2 minutes to go in a wild 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Good strong catch and run by Gerald Everett on 1st down. 8-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know,
Goff had the touchdown. He missed him.
You are on the field. The umpires get different responsibilities.
These are the things that when you know, just to sort of, I mean, not to belittle, but these are the sort of things that the Matt Ryan would have saw this, and Goff didn't see it. Immediately on the snap, on the left side of the field, I believe that was Cooks, wide open. That was a touchdown. He missed that one.
Throwing again is Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's
behind the sticks, Goff.
He needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Kupp has got to continue that route. If he continues that route, he has a 1st down. He might get knocked out for it, but
the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets him the football back.
Yeah,
had a decent catch in traffic. He should have
put something together here, and I'm eager
probably
to see
should have
how they
caught that.
decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
54, south. Ready, right 25.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
if you're the Falcons, you want to be a little bit careful here because great play there.
2nd and 10 from the 20.
Marcus Joyner coming down from that safety spot and stopping Freeman at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third.
That's an interesting play, and you know, sometimes those plays work out actually pretty well. You don't see a lot of coordinators calling shotgun counters, but sometimes they actually do work out pretty well.
Ryan back into his end zone. He's going to air one out, and this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Falcons
it's a cross-up.
for 6.
And there's Calvin Ridley, and the Falcons are going to take the lead.
Always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time.
Those one-play shots,
some work to do.
they get you. Those one-play shots, they get you. And that's exactly the reason why, you know, the Falcons. This is the distinction. Matt Ryan, he saw that immediately.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
Goff missed it on the last drive, so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's a good play by Atlanta on first down. You're the Rams, probably just should take it to the half here. And one thing I will say, though, is that this first half, there's been a lot more scoring than I anticipated. Well, I mean, I anticipated the Rams, the Falcons to put up a lot of points, but I didn't anticipate the Rams to sort of be in this like this.
Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They begin the drive with Qournament. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
Draw play on first down. Now, that's a name we haven't heard since early in the first quarter, but he sort of shows up here in Ndamukong Suh.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position?
Man coverage.
A nice attacking play.
Beaten.
They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Rams,
And if it wasn't man, it might have been matchup coverage there. It was matchup coverage. Again, every time the Rams have run the cover 6, cover 9,
now the pitch to Freeman.
they've gotten a big play. Been beaten by the crossing route. So, at some point they're going to have to sort of making some adjustments to that
So let's see what this is about.
to stop those big plays. That's a holding call. That's coming back.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I will say this, though. The Rams have done a great job against the Falcons' rushing attack. I mean, the Falcons, again, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, you know, they're the number 8 in the league in rushing. And the Rams have done a great job against that. And the fascinating thing about that is they've done that without their best player in Ndamukong Suh. So,
and boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
Now look at that stat. Matt Ryan is 8 of 9 passing and almost 300 yards. Now this is what we mean here, and this is the great thing right now about this football game. The great thing about this football game, no matter how it ends up, is that both coaches they've sort of stayed within their identity. They've both said, you know, this is who we are. This is what we do. Falcons, you know, we're going to get big plays in the passing game. You know, they've done that. Rams, we run the ball. We don't care if you stack the box. They've done that. So the great thing about this game is that both coaches have said, you know, we have an identity. We're going to stick to it. We're not going to try to follow what someone else does. So this has been a very entertaining game up to this point.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. They toss to Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of...
Little sweep play, little sweep action here. Rams are there to stop it. Tell you what, they've done a really, really good job against the run. Inside, outside, they've done a really good job.
This is 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. And almost
we got the linebackers here hugging those A-gaps. Got a two deep safety look here. I'm not for sure if this is cover 2. They might actually sort of rotate on the snap. Nope, that's cover 2. And ooh, that was almost an interception.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first.
So the Falcons take a 23-17 lead.
See what they have planned because some teams script to
See
start
how
a
they
half.
come out on defense
Other
here.
teams
Right
just
now,
go,
they're
okay,
playing.
these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
This
These
works
things worked well
somewhat. I
for
mean,
us.
Gurley's
And
not
sometimes they
had
throw in that big
a
chunk play
huge
right away.
game, but he's had a
Try
pretty
and get
decent
after 'em
game.
early and try and create a
So,
big
you know,
play
that
to
stack
give themselves some
box,
momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
that stat
Going
box
for
has
lead,
worked.
The Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it.
This is
7 yards on
the,
first down, that fits the bill.
this could be dangerous. Good play there by the Falcons safety. This is the 3rd time the Rams have lined up in that strong Y off. I tell you what, it's one of my most favorite formations in the game. It's a great running formation. Again, any other owners out there, don't pay attention to me when I say stuff like that. Just, you know.
What'll be a 3rd and 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Missed him. Had Gurley wide open on the flat there.
The 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He takes this for 3 to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They've really stuffed the run. But that's the one thing about the Falcons. You know, they rank well in one area, but the thing is that because they rank well in the other area, they can sort of play off. They can play off if they're not doing well in one area, then they can sort of pick themselves up because they do well in the other area. So, you know, the Rams sort of stifling Freeman and Coleman, that doesn't stop the Falcons because they just sort of rely on their passing game to pull them out, pick themselves up, and the offense keeps rolling. So it's really tough to stop an offense like that.
It's Freeman. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right up the middle. At some point, though, when we start to see it there, Mark Barron getting handled, at some point that fatigue may start setting in, and then the Falcons may sort of start breaking some big runs here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
22!
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Halfback cross buck.
Essence of the running game.
That's really, really good play. You have the back on the right sort of crossing over.
Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, you get the feeling the defense.
Good patience by Freeman. I think this is where the fatigue is starting to set in. The last couple of plays, the Falcons have found some room on the ground. Right now we're turning into the fourth quarter, so you sort of expect that at this point. I mean, the Rams, again, they've done a fantastic job, but nobody can last forever, so that fatigue is going to start kicking in. And honestly, the Rams, they're sort of getting into that territory where they're going to either need a turnover or something because their offense is going to have, they're not going to have too many more chances here.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night
good blocking.
For his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game.
That's three plays in a row. They have found, the Falcons they've sort of found that room on the ground. So, just a few plays ago, Freeman was 7 carries for 7 yards. Now he's 10 for 46. So on 3 carries, he's picked up 33. Let's see, 46. He's picked up 39 yards on 3 carries.
Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's Qournament here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking
good
right now.
Defensive stand there by the Rams.
That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to
perfect play call by the Falcons.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding.
The Rams just stop it.
So his second field goal of the game.
You had the linebackers hugging the A-gaps. You had some sweep action going on there.
But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
See what the Rams do, because technically, since the Cooper Cup kick return, their offense really hasn't done much of anything. So they're going to have to kick it in high gear here, because with only 7 minutes and 51 seconds left, they're not going to have too many other opportunities with the football. Unless they want their season to come to an end, they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field. And this is actually where the Falcons, this is where they sort of exceed most other teams, because they have the ability to push the ball down the field, and they know they can push the ball down the field. When they get into a situation in which they have to do it, it's not something that's foreign to them. I think this is where, for a lot of teams that are not used to pushing the ball down the field, you know, this is where they sort of crumble, because it's not something that they're used to doing.
It's a one-possession game. Gotta get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging.
See, that's exactly what I mean. So, Goff is holding on to the football here, and it's primarily because the team is probably just not used to a vertical attack. But at this juncture in the game, you either have to sort of do some quick hitters and get some yards after the catch, or you have to push the ball up the field. And
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Third and long. It's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Cooks has to.
Trailing here in the last quarter.
He's got to help his team out there, but. You know, 4th and 15, you probably have to go for it here. I mean, 6 minutes.
Try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Goff now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%.
That took some guts. He was covered. Great covers by Trufant. Cooks just sort of brung that one in anyway.
Again, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in.
That's the ball game, folks. That is the ball game.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first.
Well, I mean, technically it's not, but that hurts.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in.
You know, basic coverage, basic rush. He just sort of got this quick win animation. And it was a beautiful pass rush. He sort of dipped his shoulder and got around the tackle. And
Inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his fourth touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
that's the big play.
Talk about, getting to the next level.
The Falcons have not strayed away from who they are.
This guy's in the master class right now.
They haven't strayed away from who they are.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything
They're going for big plays in the passing game.
Going in the end zone.
They find them.
Ryan.
They punish teams.
And he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion.
Look at that
There's not any extra field, so it kind of closes
completion
and that allows you to
to attempts ratio, 11 for 14, over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, this is good quarterback play. See, he's not necessarily passing for 30, 50 attempts here. He's only had 14 attempts, but he's been on the money for most of them.
That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time.
Good move by Cup.
Completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Marlin!
On 1st down, it's gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up,
Grady Jarrett.
2nd and 15 following that sack.
12.
Goff now to throw. So a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
On my count, this is 4 times that the Rams have lined up in a close formation. Strong close, eye close. What a play by Robert Woods. That was a very dangerous pass, but his receiver just sort of bailed him out there. I'm not for sure how that happens, but maybe some kind of clutch thing is kicking in, or I have no idea.
That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits, but it can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run.
Notice also, Gurley has not been a part of a feature since the Cup kick return. I don't know if they sort of got a, they're sort of plan not to get back to him, or yeah, he really just hasn't been a feature in the passing or the running game since then.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here.
That's a great play there. Great read by Goff. Got it out quick. Exploited the flat. Gives his team a chance. They make this extra point here. They're only down by 8, so they have a shot here. They still have all 3 timeouts.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays.
What's really weird here is because of the quick strike ability of the Falcons, and they sort of jumped out to this big lead. You just sort of didn't realize that the Rams needed to score 1 touchdown, and they were only down by an extra 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So.
And brings up second down.
It's just really weird because the Falcons just have this quick play ability, quick strike ability that
guess what creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
A quick strike ability that seems to sort of put games away very quickly.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Bad pursuit there by the Rams. Good patience there by Freeman.
Freeman again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
That's a very nice play by Michael Brockers. Gave his team a chance. They have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning.
There's Matt Bosher now.
It looks like it's going to be coming down to the end here, folks.
This one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you
This drive will say a lot.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
A lot of questions on this drive, but this drive will say a lot. Does the Rams head coach have that come from behind ability? Does he have that? We're behind. I know what we need to do to score to tie this game up, taking it to overtime. Does he have that ability?
To get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 42 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on
going
a 50-50
for Cooks.
Ball?
He got him.
It away for a big play.
That has been the marquee matchup in this game. Brandon Cooks. Trufant. That's been the marquee matchup in this game. We haven't really seen too much of it, but now we're starting to see it now, and I guess we're starting to see it now because the Rams really.
Can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried in there nice defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tech McKinley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So Goff, he'll try
McKinley.
to after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
I see what Goff was looking at there, and he technically had him. Well, he would.
Intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, they didn't exact there, did they? Down a score. They come
That's the game.
Right,
well played game, coaches. Both stuck to who they were. But at that point, I just feel like the Rams were thrown into a situation that they're not very comfortable in. That's, you have to push the ball down the field. And because of that, it sort of, it caught right there at the end.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these, that's the point of attack doing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
The Rams sort of wasted almost 10 seconds here before calling a timeout. I mean, if you're going to call a timeout, you got to call it quickly. You just lost 10 seconds. If you're going to call a timeout, you call it quickly.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
That's a well-played football game. The Falcons will be moving on to the NFC Championship. The Rams did have one more timeout, 3rd and 12, but this will just be a knee down right here. Falcons will be moving on. The Rams, they had a great season. And we'll look to see what they do in the draft.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
See what happened here.
They said beginning of the year, our goal is to get into the conference championship game at least, and they have done that.
And how about that? They set their goals and they achieved them. I actually write down my goals each and every year and rarely achieve them. So this is a big deal. And now they can set their goals one site higher. Win this one, they go to the Super Bowl.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Goff.
Oh, my God. Please don't tell me this. It didn't record. I thought I heard myself.
Here as we say so long from Atlanta.